Hey there, it's Dorleen, and I thought I would do a video about a junk journal. So I've been playing with these junk journals for a while, and they're so much fun because basically that's what it is. It's a journal made of junk. So I'll show you one of mine, just kind of a really quick. I'm not going to go through every page, but the idea of it is what I did is I gathered 10 different types of junk or paper, and then I basically just kind of folded them in half and then stapled them down the middle and created this journal. So in this junk journal, I've already done some art on some pages, but you know, I used magazine pages, I've used notebook paper, I've used some of my jelly prints that I just kind of threw in there. I don't want to go through too many envelopes. Here's a magazine page, and then literally junk mail. You can kind of see here. Oh, this was actually a recipe that I printed. So this is printer paper, and then I, of course, made marks all over it. But I don't want to go through it too much, but I just kind of want to show you the idea. This sheet right here was a receipt that I got when I ordered an origami owl charm, so I also use that. So it's just literally a journal of junk. So I'm going to show you really quick how to make a signature. And so what I'm going to do is I've been collecting paper because this whole idea of junk journals, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I finally decided to do it with those 6 signatures that I made. So I'm not going to really go totally through the process, but I just wanted to show you exactly what I did. So I just kind of stacked up, like I said, papers, and you can do them one way or another. You can even use scrapbooking paper. This would be great if you have a scrapbooking paper, and you know how there's always like one page that you really don't love, so this would be a good thing to do. So I gathered 10 in each signature. I'm going to use this card as well, but I'm going to wait to use it because before I fold it. And you know, it could be paper, it could be canvas paper, it could be plastic, it could be bags. This is part of an envelope. See that? I love that, actually. I think I'm going to use that as a cover. And you know, some magazine pages. And what I did is I kind of went through a magazine and just wherever I saw color. Now, for the most part, like I said, we're going to cover these up, but there are going to be parts that you get to that can sneak through. Like I love this chevron kind of look, or arrow kind of look there. I'm not going to pile them on top of each other. And then you just kind of rearrange however you think you're going to like it. You can even use, and this is when we got our car service. God, I can't even think of the word. You could really just use anything. So what I'm going to do before I start putting those little ones in is I'm just going to fold it in half. Again, these can be any size. I'm sure there's probably an exact size you're supposed to use, but you know, it's junk. You're just kind of doing what you want. So I'll put one a little bit higher. Yeah, we need to fold that. Put that one up there a little bit higher. And this postcard, it doesn't have to be exactly in half. It's wherever you want to put it. I think I'll put that here, and maybe I'll put this one a little lower. So I have a long arm stapler. So what I would do, again, just make sure it's straight or all the way secured in there, and then you just get some paper clips, whatever you have laying around. All I have is a small one, and I have a little clothespin, so that'll work. And that just kind of keeps the papers together, especially because they're different sizes. And you can use those binder clips or whatever you have that will hold it together, and then staple it, and then you have your journal. So again, I kind of went through that one really quick, but I'm going to go through another one, and we're actually going to do a journal page. I'm going to do it really quick. Here's another one. You know, you just kind of use it for your sploshes and splashes and your mistakes. Like this page right here, I did some yellow splatter, and this is what came on the back side. So it's already got some color on there that I can use. This is one side of a card. Look at that, math homework. I mean, you can literally use anything. I don't know if you can see that. And this is also a good place to experiment. I actually used the stencil on a completely different project. I actually made a card from it. So instead of just wiping down the stencil, I put it in here, folded it over, and rubbed it. So I got a little bit of an impression. So again, there's something already started there, so it's not a completely white page. And sometimes that helps when you're creating art, because white pages can be kind of scary. But that's actually what I'm going to look for. I'm looking for a white page. So I'm going to use this side of the page. Now again, this is what I do with mine. I use it as an art journal. A lot of people use junk journals for actually that, a journal. You know, you can write on things, maybe do some art around it. You can add pictures. You can do, you know, literally whatever you want. If you subscribe to my blog, or if you ever are interested in checking my blog, I do post do blog posts of when I complete a journal page, especially if it's one that I like. Obviously, if I don't like it, I won't post it. But my blog is, I'll have it down in the description area, but it's www.craftsinthecommandcenter.blogspot.com. I know it's a long one. I don't know what I was thinking when I opened it, but I don't want to change it because I love it. The command center is my craft room. So we are crafting in the command center. So I'm just going to use some paint. Right now I'm using Sweet Berry. So my Fun Stampers Journey acrylic paints. I like using my fingers, so I'm just going to kind of rub it all over. No rhyme or reason, right? Just getting some color on the page. Oh, I love that. You can also use like these little freebie cards that you get in the mail that, you know, you're approved for everything. So there you go. There's some of that. And I'm very impatient, so I don't let things dry very often, but of course with everything, you gotta kind of take your chance, so make sure that you're not creating mud. I made these, you know, kind of goofy stencils of my own. I like to make my own stuff. Unless I absolutely love something or I don't think I can make it, I'll try to make it, because why not save money where you can and then spend money where you have to spend money. So I'm going to use this little sponge that I cut up to use this stencil. This is Cool Pool, also from Fun Stampers Journey, and it's another acrylic paint. If you're interested at all in ordering some Fun Stampers Journey, I am a coach. So if you go to their website, which is funstampersjourney.com, and you can shop on that website. Click the shop tab at the top, and when it asks you to select your coach, you can just put my name in. So I'm just going to kind of use that. Look at, oh my god, that's so cute. I love these two colors together. I kind of randomly picked some acrylic paints when I bought them from Fun Stampers Journey, because I'm kind of one of those, if you can buy it for $1 at Walmart, I'd rather do that. But this paint is really nice. It's very thick, and I just, it's so smooth when you rub it on or use it. So see, there's probably not much paint there, but I always kind of put my stencils on a different page because you might get some specks. Nah, I think it was already too dry, but that's okay. Just going to see if I could. So there you go. That's going to have to dry for a little bit. Let's see, what else do I want to do? So usually when I try to do mixed media, so I get to play with a lot of my stuff. Kind of my little goodie box over here. I don't know if you can see that. And I just have a bunch of gelatos and markers, gelatos, I guess is what it's called, markers, pencils, things like that, that I just throw in there. I'm looking for my, okay, I have this pencil. It's not going to work as much, but I was kind of hoping I could just make some marks. I'm not going to do it around all of them. We're just kind of doing some playing, right? Got this white Sharpie. Let's put some marks here and there. Oh, yeah, that's fun. That got really juicy. I think I pressed too hard. So that's going to have to take some time to dry. But I never have time. I'm very impatient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a page in my other art journals or junk journals and just kind of press it. So now I get some marks on there and not so pretty marks there. It's not what I wanted, but that's okay. Again, it's a junk journal. We're just messing around, right? Let's see, what do I want to do? I like yellow. I always like to add yellow. So I'll use some of these gelatos. And it's really smooth, almost like a crayon, but without the waxiness. And if you wet it, it's even smoother. Put some water right here. Some water on my hands. You see how that just rubs like a water paint? Oh, that's so pretty. And I love yellow. I try to put yellow in almost everything I do. So I'm just going to kind of rub that in. Again, I like to use my hands, so when I'm done, you can tell I've been messing around in here. But everything just comes off, so that's okay. This is Tim Holtz Distressed Spray Stain Mustard Seed. So shake it a little bit. It always says to shake well, just to make sure you get all the colors. I'm just going to put a little bit because I don't really want a lot, but I do want some kind of runniness. Yeah, like that. And to help that run, I'm going to add some water. Ooh, that white wasn't dry, but look at how cool that looks. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, like I said, I'm very impatient, so I'm going to dry this really quick. Okay, it's pretty dry. Can you see that? Look how pretty that is. So I think I'm done, actually. I mean, I'm going to put some sentiment. Oh, goodness. I bought a whole bunch of really great stamps from, where did I buy them? Unity Stamp Company. They're always having great sales, and they have such great stamps. So this is a red rubber, but with the adhesive back, so you can use your clear acrylic blocks. I want to ink it up really good because I want this to be dark. And I'm going to put it here. Press it down hard. Get all that juicy ink in there. Can you see that? She's a dreamer, a doer, a thinker. She sees possibility everywhere. Can you see that? I don't know if it's even backwards. I don't know how this filming works. So that's all I'm going to do actually for this one. Except I am going to add these color silks by Fun Stamper's Journey. This is black licorice, and I have spray inks, but when you spray or even when you dip, it seems to kind of get everywhere. And with black, you really want to be careful and make sure you get your dots where you want it. So I love this because they look like nail polish. You see that little brush? And then all you have to do is flick it a little. Now again, you can use this with watered down paint. You can use the distress ink, and instead of spraying, you could, you know, do something like this. That kind of does the same thing. But for whatever reason with that little brush, it just gives me a little bit more control. And that's what I like. So that's it. That's pretty simple, right? But isn't it pretty? And again, this is all just junk. I mean, this is just paper I probably would have thrown away. And look, I got to make something really pretty out of it. If you know me, you know that if I really like one of my art journal pages, I'll take a picture of it, and then I can make them into cards, and I've been selling those on Etsy. So if you're interested at all, I'll also put my Etsy store, my shop name on the description panel, and you can look at some other ones that I've done. I just think they're so pretty. They're definitely unique. I mean, look at that. You're not going to find that anywhere, and I wouldn't be able to recreate that if I wanted to. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.